everybody, welcome to Kimmel's Irish Pub. Time for another movie review. Tonight's movie, Proximity. So it's about a young NASA scientist who was abducted by extraterrestrials, but nobody believes him. So he's on a search to find proof and leads him on a credible journey. So I'm not exactly sure why this ended up on my list, but it has. And then to find out it's only 5.7 on IMDb. So I don't know. I'm a little disappointed that the ratings are that low because I don't even know anybody in the movie. Maybe I will. I looked at the names. I didn't recognize anybody, but maybe once I start watching it, names will come up. But for some reason, I have it on my list, so I'm gonna watch it, and I'm gonna let you know what it's about, if it's any different than what we just learned, and I'm gonna let you know if it's any good. So stick around. I'll be back. Hey everybody, we're watching Proximity. We're at the 52-minute, 30-second mark, and I stopped it here for a specific reason. So, the story unfolds. This young scientist, he's just graduated college, it seems like, lives on his own. There's one of 3 JLPs or JPLs, I don't know, geniuses is what I'll call them, you know. And prior to that, really quick, it starts off with a 1979 abduction of somebody in Alaska. We're not sure of the significance so much yet, but that's what it starts off with, and that's what I thought the story was about. Then we flash forward to this time. I don't know when it is, actually. Maybe in the 90s. Whatever, I missed that. But anyway, he's this young kid, who's working for NASA in some form or fiction, but he's very genius, very smart, unlike the way I'm speaking right now. Anyway, he is video blogging himself for therapy, and a meteor comes down, whatever, he goes into the woods, sees an alien, gets abducted, supposedly, gets it all on camera, and goes missing for like 3 days. So he has it all on film, or some of it on film. He releases, nobody believes him. His arm hurts, he's got a cut, he had a fracture right through his arm. Internally, he can't see it, his hand just hurts, whatever. Goes to the doctor, he shows him that, but then, nobody believes him, so he takes his footage and uploads it so that everybody could see it. Of course, 400,000 people view it, and everybody wants to interview him. So then they interview him, they mock him, they ask him questions, so then the whole debate, and it goes like international. Is it real? Is it fake? And it's really interesting at that point. So he's trying to find other ways to prove that this is real. He's meeting with other people and those types of things. He's trying to, and that's what they said in the synopsis anyway. So it was very interesting. It's like, okay, what's going to happen here? Well, I stopped it here at the 52-minute, 30-second mark because it just got a little way. It went a different way than I thought it was going to be. The one girl he meets with mentions that the guy in 1979 took a lie detector test, and once he did that and proved that he was abducted, he disappeared. So he's kind of doing the same thing, and now people are after him, right? Okay, but people are after him now. They are in black suits with aviator glasses, the mirror kind, both guys, and laser guns. So just when you watch the first 51 minutes of this movie, it's interesting, it's a conspiracy theory. Yeah, I liked it. And then when you watch the next 1 minute and 30 seconds, it's like, oh no, you just turned it into like a Disney movie, which I wasn't prepared for. And maybe it's fun, but I just want to stop it right there and just be like, watch the first 52 minutes and see what you think. It's really a lot of fun and interesting, and then it's like, whoa. Now, I'll see where it goes, but that's why I paused it here at 52:30 to see, to let you know that. No spoiler alert. I'm not going to spoil any more of it for you, but that's where we are. So I'm assuming he's not going to be chased by, who knows, the Men in Black, obviously. So I'll get back to it and see where it goes from here. Anything interesting happens between now and the end, I'll let you know. If not, I'll see you at the end and give you my final thoughts. Stick around. Hey everybody, we're at the credits of Proximity, and interesting. Like I said, at the 52-30 minute mark, it really changes, and once you deal with that change, it's kind of like a fun, like I said, a Disney film. It reminded me of Witch Mountain movie, Race for Witch Mountain or whatever, that kind of thing, and then it also threw in Explorers. I know that's from 1985, I believe. River Phoenix was in it. You know, those kinds of movies, that's what it really reminds me of. I know I'm dating myself, but, you know, it comes into that, it moves away from an adult type film to more of a kids type film, I feel. But once you overcome the movie changing, or at least in my eyes, and you start to follow it that way, I enjoyed it again. You know, so I did like it. It was very interesting. You know, the ending was kind of different, something I wasn't prepared for. And, you know, what you're trying to figure out is, you know, what's all going on with the aliens, all that kind of stuff. And I don't want to give you any more information about the ending, because, you know, it's kind of interesting just to see where it goes. Why was he abducted, those types of things, and you know, the other people, and what is the purpose, and all that stuff, and that's the whole fun of the movie. You know, the Men in Black thing was kind of like, a little cheesily done, I think. You know, but anyway, and the other thing is our main character in this, Isaac Cypress, that's his name. He kept reminding me of DJ Qualls. If you remember those movies, Road Trip and The New Guy, that's who he really looks like. So it was hard to overcome that. And then they also introduced another character. They go to Costa Rica and they meet up with a guy named Zed. And he adds a little twist, a little fun to it. So I liked him in the character, his character in this. And I had to go back and go all the way back to the beginning to see if they gave us a timeline. And what time this is, because I told you the first abduction was 1979, then I assumed I wasn't watching, and they said what year this is taking place. Well, I looked at it, it says present day. But when you watch the movie, it feels more like an 80s, 90s type vibe. He's filming with a big VCR recorder, you know, and not with, like, you know, your phone, basically, you know. So for all of his filming in there, the music also gives you that 80s, 90s feel. And I also didn't feel it was fitting. In the beginning, I didn't notice it. It was okay. I was like, interested in the movie. But when the final scene and the ending, the music that they play, it's just like, who did that? You know what I mean? Like, it just doesn't align with what I was feeling when I listened to that music. But all in all, I think it's worth watching. In today's world where we're running out of stuff to watch, this is one that I would say, hey, if you like sci-fi, alien type movies with a little kid type twist to them, if you've seen any of the other movies that I mentioned, not The New Guy and stuff like that, but I mean, if you've seen Explorers or Race to Witch Mountain or things like along those lines, this is something I think you'll enjoy. So that's what I got for you. If you do check it out, let me know. Love to hear your thoughts. You know, I think it's worth a watch. Sorry, I interrupted with somebody texting me in the middle of my filming. But anyway, if you do check it out, love to hear your thoughts. I'm going to probably give it a 6. It really was pretty good, pretty alright. If that tells you anything. But let me know your thoughts. Love to hear from you. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. Love new subscribers. And also, continue to tune in and tell your friends, and continue to tune in to Kimmel's Irish Pub.